everyone, it is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters. Thank you for joining me for day 3 of our Christmas Advent Calendar and the COAPA Cutfiles Summer Christmas Hop. Don't forget that there is 25% off over at the COAPA Cutfiles store until the 20th of this month. Now, the prompt for the day number 3 of the Summer Cutfiles is to use mixed media. So I am jumping on in with a scrap lift of Virginia, actually, the owner of COAPA Cutfiles. She made this gorgeous layout where she did this effect with inks, this rainbow effect, and I saw it on her layout. This is the part that I'm scrap lifting, the way she's done this rainbow effect. The rest is just how I created a layout, but I really loved the way she did this rainbow. So I dug through my stash of inks, and I have just literally, as you can see, pushed them across my page. Now, the other half of the white paper I'm not going to be using. I'm just rubbing that excess ink off this yellow because I didn't want it to be stained orange. Super important, of course, when you have a yellow ink. I'm thinking of words out loud. Where I'm touching the ink straight onto the page, I'm probably not going to use so much because the ink is so strong and concentrated, but I love how it thins out as it gets closer to the edge of the page. So the edge of the page I am planning on using, but the really close-up concentrated section I am not. As you can see, I've just ripped a big chunk of it off, which seems like a waste, but it was what I had planned the whole time. I deliberately over-inked just to make sure I sort of had that space to have that really strong concentrated color of ink that I could then tear off later. I really wanted it once it had started to smooth out and was looking really flowy. So I'm just going to connect this exactly up in line with my paper. So it's just like a new edge to the paper. Beautiful. I'm going to rough up the edges a little bit. Now I've just gotten a baby wipe and I'm using those exact same colors that I inked with, and I'm just putting a little bit more of that color in and under the paper. Of course, again, same concept. I'm starting it quite a bit under the paper so that where it is a lot more concentrated, I've got that space to sort of thin it out a little bit because I really want this to look quite washed out and like it is sort of bleeding out across the page. I don't want it to be too strong. The stronger color is, of course, above the paper. That orange is such an intense orange. I'm going to have to remember that when I'm stamping with orange again. If you want a strong, intense orange, that is the one for you. I'm using a wide variety of different inks here, as you can see just from the packaging. I've got some Memento teardrops. I've also got some Heidi Swap inks as well. And that orange that I was mentioning as being quite intense is actually a Fabrico for fabric, paper, wood, etc. craft ink, and it's in 112 Tangerine. So there is quite a different variety of inks. The purple is Lilac Posies from Memento. The next blue is Bahama Blue from Memento. Then the light blue is Tumbled Glass from Distress Oxides. Then I've also got, I can't find the tealy coloured one. Here it is. It's a dewdrop again, Versa Magic in turquoise gem. Then the Heidi Swap, it doesn't have a colour on it, I'm sorry, but it is a Heidi Swap brand in that green, in that bright, in that sort of tealy coloured green. The bright green is also a Heidi Swap. The yellow is a Brilliance, a Dewdrop Brilliance Sunflower Yellow. Then the orange I mentioned was the Fabrico Tangerine. The red is a no-name. It is literally just no packaging, nothing. It's just a red ink, so I don't know what that one is. The dark pink is the Mementos Rosebud. And then the last light pink, I think it was a mixture of the Heidi Swap last light pink as well as the Memento Angel Pink, but that one was the Angel Pink you could hardly even see show up on my page, so that's why I went and got the Heidi Swap out as well. Whew. So you can see here that these photos are of my super gorgeous nephew Lincoln, and he is eating an ice cream in a cone. So I used the really fun cut file called Sunday, and the collection I am working with here is the Echo Park collection Pool Party, which is super fun. I hardly have anything of this collection. I have a couple of pieces of paper, I think maybe 2 pieces of paper, and the puffy stickers, and that is it. But the colors just worked so well with my rainbow theme, and I just liked the fun of them. So I fussy cut these beautiful floral bits and pieces off. Or like, I think I had maybe 4x6 amount of paper left. I had the smallest amount of paper left you could imagine. So I fussy cut these florals out, as many as I could, every little bit in fact. And I'm just going to layer those up in a few sections across the page just to really build a floral cluster base, a really big floral cluster base. I just have to be careful where I put them so I'm not covering too much of Lincoln's face. If you are new to our channel, today, as I mentioned earlier, is day 3 of our Advent calendar. So every single day there will be a process video from Katy and myself. On all the odd days, it is a process video from me, and all the even days, it is a process video from Katy, just to go along with the gift that we have given each other on our days. So the way our Advent calendar works is Katy opens a gift every single day. Every odd number day, she's going to get a layout, and every even number day, she's going to get a present, a gift. We share those opening videos with you, and we also share these process videos with you as well. It is a really fun little series. I know Katy and I really look forward to it every December because it's super fun to get gifts, but we also love just making these layouts for each other and really having a purpose behind these layouts. This year we were super organized, and we actually saved photos for each other throughout the year of layouts that we really do want completed, and they will go into our photo albums. In the past, when we have created layouts, we've just done additional photos, which was really fun, but we ended up with a whole bunch of layouts that we didn't need. We'd probably already scrapped those photos ourselves, so they were double ups. So this way we're actually scrapping photos that are needed for an album, which I think just gives it a little bit more purpose, which I really love. So I also mentioned at the start of my video about the COAPA Cutfiles Hop. This is, of course, day 3 of the COAPA Cutfiles Hop. You will see that we are participating in all 20 days. The prompt for day 3 was to use mixed media. I think I definitely achieved that brief by using all of those different coloured stamps, or inks really. They weren't stamps, were they? And I just love the effect that it had. So thank you, Virginia, for sharing that earlier in the year. You will see in the description box down below that there is a link to this specific cut file, but also to the Etsy shop in general, because remember there's 25% off over at the Etsy shop at the moment just for this month. So make sure you don't miss out on that during December. And you will also see a link to the Facebook group, which is a super fun little group where you will see lots of different layouts shared. Of course, there'll be lots of layouts using cut files, but you are also more than welcome to share layouts yourself of just beautiful creations that you have made. We love seeing what you do. It's a super fun group. So you can see here that I fussy cut these little teeny tiny ice cream embellishments. They were on a cut apart sheet. That's one of the other sheets of paper that I had in this collection. And I am just using those to add to the little floral clusters, just to put some more ice creams around the page, just for a little bit of fun. I think they're really cute. But I knew I'd lost one. That's what I was doing just then, trying to find the one I'd lost. I just think they really add to the page by having more ice creams. Then I did want to put a few of these little puffies. There are all the inks I used, by the way, all the inks. I did want to put a few of those little puffies, but none of them really worked. So I actually didn't even include the puffies on the page, which seems bizarre considering I didn't have any ephemera, but that's just the way it went. Of course, I'm putting on some splatters because you know me, I cannot create a layout without any splatters. Black and gold, because the black ties in with my title. I did sneak that title on off screen because it took me a little bit of time to line it all up beautifully. Scream for ice cream. I could have done the whole thing, but that was just too many words, I think. We all scream for ice cream, but scream for ice cream was enough. I especially like it because even though Lincoln's actually sticking his tongue out, he kind of looks like he's going, ah, which was a bit fun. So thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you have enjoyed day 3. Make sure you stick around for day 4 where you'll see a process video by Katy, and I will be back with you on day 5. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I will see you next time.